Hello friends, in this session I will be discussing in brief about hemorrhoids, that is piles. Introduction. What is this hemorrhoid or piles? It is downward sliding of the anal cushions abnormally due to straining or other causes. Anal cushions are the aggregation of blood vessels, that is arterioles and venules, and smooth muscles and elastic connective tissue in the submucosa. Piles is one of the most common disease. It is one of the most common bottom disease. What are the types? We have internal hemorrhoid, external hemorrhoid and interno-external hemorrhoid. Internal hemorrhoid means it is present above the dentate line. Usually it is covered by mucous membrane. Whereas external hemorrhoid is below the level of dentate line and it is covered by skin. Interno-external means both internal and external components are present. So in this picture we can see this is the rectum and below that is the anal canal. So here will be the dentate line. Above this will be internal hemorrhoid, whereas below this will be external hemorrhoids. Classification. There are two types of classification. Classification one is primary hemorrhoids and secondary hemorrhoids. Primary hemorrhoids are usually located at 3, 7 and 11 o'clock positions. These are with respect to branches of superior hemorrhoidal vessel. Whereas secondary hemorrhoids are the one which occurs between the primary hemorrhoids. Classification 2. There are 4 degrees. In first degree, there is only bleeding. Piles won't come outside. Whereas in second degree hemorrhoid, piles that prolapse during defecation but it returns back spontaneously. Whereas in third degree, there is prolapse of piles during defecation and we need to put it back manually. Whereas in fourth degree, piles that are permanently prolapsed. So basically there are 4 degrees. In first degree there is bleeding, we cannot see piles. Whereas in second degree, piles will come out during defecation and returns back spontaneously. In third degree, piles will prolapse. It can be replaced back by manual help. Whereas fourth degree permanently prolapsed. This is the picture showing prolapsed hemorrhoid. Etiology. What are the causes for these piles? It can be hereditary. These are the main causes like straining, diarrhea and constipation, hard stools, low fiber diet, overpurgation, carcinoma rectum, pregnancy and portal hypertension. During pregnancy, factors causing hemorrhoids are there is raised progesterone which relaxes the venous wall and it reduces the tone. And enlarged uterus compresses the pelvic vein and constipation is the problem in pregnancy. What are the clinical features? Bleeding is the first symptom. We can see splash in the pan or bright red and fresh blood. This occurs during defecation. There can be mass per annum, there can be mucoid discharge and there can be pruritus, that is itching. And patient can complain with pain. Pain can be due to prolapse, infection or spasm. There can be anemia secondary to bleeding. So, patient comes with complaints of pain while defecation, bleeding per rectum and there can be itching also. Sometimes patient can present with mass per annum. On inspection, prolapsed piles can be visualized. On per-rectal examination, only thrombosed pile can be felt. Through proctoscopy, exact position can be made out as a bulge into proctoscope. So, whenever a case of bleeding per rectum or pain while passing stools, we need to do per-rectal examination, digital rectal examination and proctoscopy. If there is no fissure, we can do digital rectal examination. Usually, digital rectal examination is not done in case of fissure. So if there is no fissure, if there is hemorrhoid, you can do proctoscopy and find out the exact position. We can find out the exact position of internal hemorrhoid. So what are the differential diagnoses? It can be carcinoma or rectal prolapse or any perianal warts. What are the investigations to be done? We can do all basic investigations. We need to find out the hemoglobin level because there can be anemia due to prolonged bleeding. What are the complications? It can cause profuse hemorrhage. It can cause strangulation. Pile is being gripped by the anal sphincter. It can cause thrombosis. Piles appear dark purple or black. It feels solid and tender. It can cause ulceration, gangrene, and suppuration, which can lead to perianal or submucosal abscess. What is the treatment? We can advise for fiber-rich diet and we can prescribe laxatives. What is the medical line of management? We can prescribe local applications for pain relief. We can prescribe lignocaine jelly or any other combinations for pain management. Seeds bath. What is this seeds bath? This means we will ask the patients to sit in a warm water with any antiseptic solution for about 15 to 20 minutes. What are the parasurgical methods? We have sclerotherapy, banding, cryotherapy, laser therapy, Doppler guided hemorrhoidal artery ligation. There are surgical management methods like hemorrhoidectomy, stapled hemorrhoidopexy, and anal stretching. Conservative management. We can advise for sitz bath. This reduces edema, pain, and it promotes the healing. We can prescribe local gel for pain relief and itching. Edema can also be reduced. We can prescribe antibiotics, laxatives, anti-inflammatory drugs, and advise for fiber-rich diet and plenty of oral intake. We can prescribe laxatives. Sclerotherapy. It is done in first degree and early second degree piles. Using proctoscope and Gabriel syringe, 3 to 5 ml of 5% phenol in almond oil is injected into the submucosal plane just above the anorectal ring to the pedicle. All 3 piles can be injected separately, 3 to 5 ml to each site in single setting. Technique can be repeated after 6 weeks. This is not done in presence of sepsis or prolapse. This is done in first degree and early second degree piles. This drug causes fibrosis in the submucosal region. That is sclerosis leading to mucosal fixation onto the deeper planes and occlusion of legs, and thereby fixation of the anal cushions which do not prolapse, causes strengthening of the vessel wall and obliteration of the vessel lumen. This is the mechanism behind the sclerotherapy. What are the contraindications? In case of thrombosed or prolapsed piles, presence of proctitis, fissure or fissure in ano, and pregnancy and diabetes, we do not do this sclerotherapy. Next one is Barron's banding. It is done in second degree piles. It causes ischemic necrosis and piles fall off. Usually, 2 bands are used for pile mass to take care of breakage. Tissue sloughs off in 1 to 2 weeks, leaving an ulcer which heals by scarring. It is contraindicated in fissure, fistula, and proctitis. What are the complications? If applied low into the skin, it causes severe pain, discomfort, and secondary hemorrhage. There can be ulceration also. Next one is cryosurgery. Using nitrous oxide or liquid nitrogen, extreme cold temperature is used to coagulate and cause necrosis of the piles, which gets separated and falls off subsequently. Laser therapy. Nd:YAG diode carbon dioxide laser can be used, but they are expensive. The intense beam of light interacts with the tissue and can be used to cut, coagulate or ablate the tissue, sealing of the nerves and tiny blood vessels. That can be done by laser beam. It is done for internal hemorrhoid. What are the advantages? There is less operative time, less intraoperative and postoperative bleed and pain. There is rapid healing, quick recovery, done under local anesthesia or spinal anesthesia. There are less complications, minimal pain, and constipation and urinary retention. What are the disadvantages? It needs skill. Sphincter should be taken care of. Non-contact burning can occur. There can be secondary hemorrhage due to heat tissue destruction. Next one is stapled hemorrhoidopexy. It is circumferential excision of the mucosa and submucosa 4 cm above the dentate line using circular hemorrhoidal stapler. It is passed per anally. What are the advantages? It is less painful, there is less blood loss, faster recovery, short hospital stay, and equally efficacious. Next one is open operative method, which is the gold standard method and one of the most commonly practiced method. What are the indications? Third degree piles, failure of non-operative methods, fibrous piles. It is performed using open or closed method. Both involve the ligation and excision of the hemorrhoid. But in open technique, anal mucosa and skin are left open to heal by secondary intention. Whereas in closed technique, wound is sutured. What are the post-operative complications? There can be pain. It is due to spasm, nerve irritation, muscle injury. There can be retention of urine. There can be bleeding, anal stricture. There can be recurrence and anal discharge and incontinence for feces or gas. So this is about the internal piles or internal hemorrhoids and its management. Next one is external piles. That means it is present below the dentate line. Causes, it can be as a part of internal pile, sentinel pile associated with anal fissure and anal skin tags. What is the treatment? We need to treat the cause. And other conservative managements like sitz bath, local application for pain relief and laxatives, and we can excise the external pile. It can cause hematoma, abscess, pain and itching. So external piles, patient can present with bleeding per rectum and mass per annum. In this session, I have discussed in brief about hemorrhoids, that is piles. That is one of the most commonly seen disease. Friends, if you like this video, please click like button and share this video to your friends and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. Thank you.